All right. So I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna quickly show the content of build. It's just the client local. Remote is the client remote, and it's just cd dot dot, just because it's annoying to do this every time. So this is client local. Gonna move it here, and I'm gonna go here like that. So, and now that the server doesn't work, so we can't. I mean, we could show it on the server if we both go. The house would go. All right. So I'm gonna go on this plate, and it says you have become a rare wizard. Message there, and this is the server message for debugging. This is for before we become. So if I do it again, I was already a red, right? So if I go on the blue, it will say that I was red, and then if I go blue again, it will say I'm a blue, right? So you see previous message. So it shows the one before we go in. So now if I press V, this is for debugging. So V, what are the wizard players are? There's only one. There's a blue wizard. Our name is local user. Our wizard player is Ash with name. Then we have the were wizard, the blue wizard. So that's just that. Area wizard, it says true. So that's info inside the dictionary that is owned by the map. Is the game started? False. Uh, your name, local user. So this is because Rhyme, weirdly enough, would not be able to join, and that was to test if his name hashing was weird. But this code never ran because the server right now is not uploading as it should be. So whatever we do pull, and it is still on an old version, and it's like half the code is running, half the code is not. Um, some is like the new version, but the only thing that runs on new version is like I added files, like we bunch of weird stuff like that. Like we changed the name of a class everywhere and it works, and then on the server it would not. So yeah, I'm gonna press B. That's a keybind to like start a one-player game. That's not supposed to happen. What normally happens is that if you have a blue and a red, at the end of the red, it's gonna check if the game's gonna start. It's gonna start it, and it's gonna instantly teleport you. And I'm gonna press B, and you see it's teleporting me here. So the game has started. Now I can go and change the active direction. So you can see that I can change them when these things. And the way to see it is I'm gonna do spacebar, and it's gonna throw fireball. And you see, before it moved twice, now it's moving once every time. So that's a bug that I was in fix. Thank you for that. I'm gonna move it down. Blink, 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 blink. Right. So you see, I can put it in a different direction. Right. So we have different projectiles, but only one where the hitbox matches the exact shape is for the fireball. It's because it's an octant of a circle, like a 90 degrees. There's 8 possible 90-degree thing. Wait, no. Yeah, there were 45. Whatever. Yeah, no, because there's overlap. Yeah, because there's 90 degrees, but they're off by 45, so there's 8 of them. So like for example, I can throw it in diagonal, right? So it works with an ice because it's 8-way symmetric, so we only need one of them. But the if I create one, it's always going to be the top right corner of the image is going to be here, so we need to offset them. That's something we did. So now we can go and throw, for example, a lightning ball. And yeah, we can have different size and different speed. And there's a hitbox. We could not test the hitbox because we can't get the two-player to work properly. And after that, we have the water. All right, so we go here. Yeah, and here ASDW, this works. Right, yeah. So this works here. Um,
Also, if the projectile reaches the end of the map, they automatically are
right, it disappear.
disappearing. Yeah.
Right, which one that is. So now it's kind of weird, but I think I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna throw. So I switch to fireball. Gonna go up. I'm gonna throw it. Maybe because I'm too high. Yeah, that's just like weird stating. I don't know why this is doing this. Um, Maybe the game ended. I mean, V is the game started. Uh, False. Yeah, the game ended for some weird reason. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some bug on inbox detection and someone died. We could see on back on recording. But yes. So we have this thing with the two of them, and then we're gonna show it on the fireball where. So I'm gonna go B. This starts it. One right, throw a fireball. And there's offsets, right? And then there's the fireball size, so we need to like do it with more stuff. But it should work where, yeah, you see it disappear and it's not tracked anymore, so we don't have these anymore. Um, what I'm curious now is track projectile 0, like V is game started, true, right? So maybe is it like can you hit yourself with your own lightning spell or something? Do we see? Oh, projectile hitbox. Pause, player hitbox, collision detected between wizard is alive, adding to hit list. Right, so hitbox detection has worked. I don't know, this is Rhyme that did the latest implementation of that. Um,
Yes, I did the hitbox. So basically, um, it'll detect if the player is currently alive, and if the player is, yeah, if the player is currently alive and its HP is above 0, then that player will take some damage.
yeah. Weirdly enough, it only worked for lightning. I don't know why. Because like if we go 3 lightning, and then here, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why. That's why. Yeah. So if I go on this, do we see the hitbox detection message on the ice? Like the ice is kind of fucked. Like I don't know. I don't know why it works on lightning and not ice. Um, what about water? Is the game still on? The game's still on, right? Yeah. So this is not working. Fireball. Oh yeah. So we're seeing hitbox detection message, right? Yeah. So we're in the hitbox. Yeah, the hitbox is working as it should on the fireball, right? Yeah, because that's what you did, Ryan, right? You did the uh you did
Yes, exactly.
the circle thing, right? Yeah. So yeah, it works for fireball. It works for lightning. Good enough for government war for now, and it does that. It's not supposed to. When we take damage, do you have it so like it has a team filter? So like you can't be
Yes,
yes you can't be hit by your own spell, right?
yes, I did.
Right.
So if you go inside of, I think it's in projectile.
Right, yeah. So get offset direction like this is stuff we'll add strategy for that, like depending on the shape or whatever. Get string direction, this we don't need, that's just that. Um Replace with a dictionary would be better. And this we can use strategy for a different shape. Because the offset depending on the shape and the coordinates are different. Um Find players in hitbox. So
And then find enemy player in the hitbox. That's where, yeah.
right. Get instance, I mean this would be get wizard players, which I think is the same thing. List of self-interpreted values. Yes, same thing there. But I'm gonna undo it. But yeah, Rhyme, you could use the new function I added for that.
Okay.
Because this would be you know private one. We have to like change variable names. Yeah, print collision check, right? Collision detected between this thing. Check the player is still alive. If the player is dead, should be out of game already.
Yeah.
So it should not like because you do 4 players in wait, yeah, 4 wizard in that, like it should be remove of list, so that should not be needed, but I guess that's fine if not needed. But yeah, it works. hit wizard that append this. We have this thing there. Right, yeah, and then we return hit wizard, right? So we get all the players that got hit, and then like run. No, right. Right. So projectile dot add effect. So yeah. So for player in find any player in hitbox, add effect to player. So find any player in hitbox. This does for players if team not equal to team owner, the team owner of the projectile. Other player that append return other player. And then for player in self that find any players in hitbox, right? Self add effect to player, self add effect get distance to add effect to player, self dot effect, right? That's the effect that projectile owns. Again, this like would be also a private one player. And yeah, so this works. Like right, the thing works. Though what's the collision check collides with? Projectile hitbox. Oh, so you created the
A circular hitbox. So basically, I made a
yeah,
class.
big brain for that. Yeah, this is a good
Yes,
idea.
yes, yeah. So like it would be properly like encapsulated to the whole thing, and like it will have like its own radius, its own center, and I basically calculated the distance between each radius, like of the projectile and the current player.
Yeah,
Um,
do you have
yeah.
some angle check or is it a full circle?
No, no, no angle check is just a full circle
All right,
for
yeah.
now.
So we could have one more that does uh yeah that's same thing like this. But yes, yeah. So circular hitbox. Um, yeah. So like the offset for the other things are not perfect. So which is why like they're not at the same position as we see. They're like slightly off because we need to like calculate what the depending on the shape is. But yeah, so the hitbox solution does work, and it does work with the effect manager. And then if we go in like wait, did I do a change here? Oh yeah, no. So who cares about that? So wizard player. Take damage, right? Like take damage. This is gonna assert damage is bigger than 0. I guess yeah, makes sense. Self that HP, we remove this from that, and then player took damage. Yeah, because we're not being hit because we're not in enemy box, so we can't test that. But that should be if cell HP is smaller than 0 and old HP is bigger than 0. Oh yes, I guess yeah, it makes sense. Though several classes that has died. Wait, is has died the class method? No, it is not. We
Yes.
don't need. We
Huh?
it's
Oh,
it's abstract. It's not a class, so it's just self that has died.
okay.
That's just because we don't have. Yeah, I guess like because you did sell like your thing worked too, but just self that has died like this.
Yeah.
Because this is implemented wizard. So yeah, wizard combat remove the wizard, and this is the proper one that S did with the processor that undo. So this use this thing there. Um, I guess we're going there. So processor that undo with your command processor that yes with your command processor right yeah execute. I guess that's where we have commands there. Like there's so many layers of indirection. Nightmare. Um, yeah, and then the wizard command. Where is it? Command. Right. Yeah. So this one and register wizard command. So wizard combat registrator. Yeah. Um. Wait. What is this? Register wizard command. Oh, I guess yeah. Wait, register. Yeah, you because we don't really need an interface, I think, for that. And
No,
in order
if
to
you so the reason we have an interface is like I was thinking ahead, like if we ever wanted to restart games or all of that. So the idea is the processor stores all the commands executed, so you can execute a command, right? It will take that command and put it into an array, and then you can undo that command later, and then you can remember the history of commands
right, yeah.
called
If
and
we want
everything.
more of them, that's
And
why. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
which is
and
why
so
we want
that's
interface
why
in
the
case we need more.
processor exists.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but the idea is that like Wizard Combat Registrator like uses the command design pattern. Then in the create red wizard, create blue wizard, it does all the steps to create the red and blue wizards. And then wizard command processor is what calls upon those methods.
Right, yeah. Should we not do
Because yeah,
like this? Wait, no. This is not that. Yeah.
did you change their names? Did you
Yeah, because
change the
it's
name
not
of the?
because if it's a command not for registration but more general, we can have a command which has a human player in it. I just changed the name right now, but register wizard. Ah, yes, wizard command. Yes, right. Then yeah. So when we want to execute it, so when we add it, we get the instance of the house. Then this makes it so we track it inside the directory. What's the name? Dictionary. Then this is just a quick wrapper for adding it to the Blue Wizard dictionary, which is inside of that, and then remove it from that. And yes. Oh wait, this does right. Yeah. So we keep a list of in the house of all wizards, and in the registration all blue wizard and all red wizard that are being registered. And does Wizard Combat have all the wizard directly itself? I think we have like initialized managers that. Yeah, no, it doesn't have all the players Wizard Combat. It doesn't get them all. Um, yes, I see. That is right. So yeah, currently what we have, I just realized, since this is not tracking all players, when like, oops, remove. Oh yeah, no, this works there, but we still have the effect manager thing. So the effect manager, when it's gonna loop over all players inside of it, like we need to change the effect manager, like the player it loops, so that it doesn't loop over player that has been removed. Um, yeah, because then it will cause an error or something when the player die. But I guess you wouldn't really care because if one player dies, then the game ends because it's 1v1 right now. But yeah, detect end of game, that would be like if all players are dead on one team. But for now, we need the we need one player team for some test because we need like to have teams to start it. I mean, we need a game with only one person on the one team and no opponent, so we can at least test the projectile while the server is broken. But yeah, this is pretty much like if there's no player in the game, we uh, we call stuff like that. Um, yeah, and then we run the project manager, so we see how the projectile works. But yeah, that's the way pretty much we add it to the registrator thing, and then we add it to that. And yeah, I feel like the wizard combat itself should really have like this. Oh yeah, no, I mean yeah, it makes sense. Pro combat. Wait, where's? Do we have an init here? No, we don't have an instance. That's why. Then yeah, then I guess we could just do like cls.players. This is just like another way to do singleton. And I mean, we could just symbol rename this. Yes, right. But I mean, is there really a point when we have the one in the house? I don't see why. Yeah, right. There's no point in that. And now effect manager, which we couldn't do. What does it loop for 4 player in effect factory? 4 players in players, and what is players? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good. But then like, what if we do like run? Yeah. So the thing that we should do here is we should get the player list by doing like wizard combat house. I mean like from dot wizard combat house import combat house dot get instance, but it's pretty much really close. Dot, but we couldn't have tested, because dot get wizard players, and then I guess like here you would change how the for loop is done. So here or like just get all effect once, right? We could just and so yeah, you would do this for yeah, at 2 for loop pretty much. So where's the effect here for effect, and yeah, this thing there. So like ping for effect in for player in players, and then wait, right, oh yeah, so self, then and it was effect player, and we can do this because this should use the hashing and the equal, and for widget players we make it use the name, and for effect we use the effect type, and then players to effect dot right, and then the rest works. So like yeah, now it will work if someone like gets kicked from the game. Yeah, something like that. And or I guess there's also the if you die, you like if die, you delete the key. Like if player like dies, delete the key from the effectors, right? So for that, that would be a uh, oh yeah, self, and then since we'll probably need from dot Wizard player import. Right. This thing here. And like other stuff. But yeah, in general it works. So video's way too long. And start recording.